Alrighty, Roo kids, let's get this show on the road. Time for the RCS to begin, maybe end. I've got instructions from Matt. He's asleep right now. In case it goes past 4. We'll see. If not, we'll get it done tomorrow, though. I'm a loser. I'm not doing anything tomorrow. I get some baseball. I'll Gucci. Alright. If you haven't tuned in yet, what the hell are you doing? But here we go again. Pittsburgh versus the Giants. We will have a first-time RCS enjoyer out of the NL. Well, in the league entirely. Just a second, I'm getting a text, of course. Yeah. The Pirates or Giants are going to make their first RCS. Giants in really like year 0.4 of the rebuild, and they're already making the RCS. Obviously, probably way ahead of schedule in Etton's mind, but hey, sometimes the boys come out hot. Hotter than you expect, you know? The boys be so hot, I'll tell you what. So we'll see. And on the AL side... God damn it, hold on. Sorry. Oh, just dealing with kids' baseball shit. Okay! On the American League side, it's a good old-fashioned Chicago-Seattle Mariners. These two haven't met in the RCS in a long time, maybe once or twice total in their careers here, I bet. They usually end up meeting in the first or second round, beat the shit out of each other, and obviously one of them moves on, so exciting to see here. Obviously the White Sox are defending champions, so they're looking to make it through to face the SCS newbie. But they got to get past Dustin and the Mariners, who I said they're due, man. They are due. Take a look at the starters. I've been told a bit of a surprising start. Holy shit on a stick. Where is Dan when you need an asterisk in a man's name? Roland Whizzer Otano is starting game 1 for the Chicago White Sox. That's right. They are so burnt out and the bullpen beat up from long-ass games. And what's-his-face, Fela, going down. They're facing Ian Robertson, who's 2-1 with a 2.25 ERA. Pittsburgh's going to send out Sancho Ortega, who's 3-0. I don't think he's won all his starts. Against Mark Weiss, who's 2-0. Look at these ERAs, though. Should be a banger of a matchup. That out of the way. Here we go! Good luck. Bonks are correct? They are. Alright. I just realized now I forgot to put shadows behind all the team logos. Rip, nobody said anything though, so this worked for me. Seattle strikes first. Oh, in the most, of course, OOTP way. Runner advances on an error on the pickoff throw. Jackson Seagraves scores. Seattle takes an early lead. Leave it to the White Sox to have the goofiest shit happen to them, I swear to God. There's a leadoff double for Akira. A walk puts 2 guys on here for San Francisco with nobody out. This time, the Mariners do it the old-fashioned way. San Francisco loads the bases. A groundout scores their first run of the game. Seattle has 2, now make it 4. 2-shot singles in, and Seagraves doubles in. 2 more, it's 4-0. Roland Otano ain't got it no more. And the White Sox are immediately in a hole. How are they going to navigate their rotation and bullpen this series? Especially if Otano gets kicked out of the game here early in game 1. Whoa! We are immediately to the bullpen here for Pittsburgh. Ortega has left the game. Hold on. I don't see an injury or anything. He's done. Sandro Ortega only pitches 2 1/3 innings. Kevin Alessandroni comes in to take over, trailing 1-0. I don't know if that was a fatigue issue or what that was, but a little bit strange. Or maybe it's Etten playing tricks. White Sox got on the board while we were talking about that. Turd Ferguson. This is I swear, the first time I've seen his name in the postseason for any scoring hit. I think he's scored a couple times, but a 2-run jack gets them on the board. Oh, so Etten is playing a little trickery from Etten. I like it. Yeah, Otano going 5. Not a terrible outing, so to speak. We're in the bullpen now. We'll see if the White Sox bats can pick things up here. Into the 7th. We're going to slow it down here very shortly. Pittsburgh has guys on second and third, but with 2 out, can they cash it? Gunnar McCarthy. No, strikes out swinging. 4-3. Billy Plato hits a solo homer. He might be heating up at the right time. 2 out double for San Fran. 9 hits, only 1 run to show for it. We're going to slow it down now. We're in the top of the 7th in San Fran. Bottom of the 7th, 1 out, 1 on. Gunnar Dahlman into the game for the White Sox. Trying to keep it a 1-run game. Tushoff steals second. It's a double play out of order. Would have maybe had one too as Seagraves grounds out. But gets DJ Lerman to fly out. A 1-run game to the top of the 8th. Yeah, the tag run at second base, but able to cash it in. Top of the 9th, the White Sox trailing by 1. It is a final. Ian Robinson will take the win. 1-run game. It's also a 1-run game in San Francisco. Yep, just will not go away. Oh, a huge 2-run homer for Conrad Myers Jr. will give San Fran some breathing room, and now a 3-run lead. And a 2-run shot from Sterling Harris will probably put this one in the books. For the 9th. There it is. A 5-0 shutout for San Francisco. Performers of the day: Mark Weiss, Ian Robertson, and Ivan Ugarte. Man, what a deadline pickup. He has been pretty damn good in this postseason. Get the game number 2. Merv Ledlow versus Titus Pugh. Both have been pretty Pugh, if you ask me, by the looks of their numbers. Lyle Lundqvist, future Hall of Famer, against RJ Luther. Game number 2. Both home teams taking game number 1. Let's get the show on the road. A wild pitch will score a run right away. So Pittsburgh strikes first this game. Scores Woodruff, and then Gunnar McCarthy singles in Mr. Hankey. 2-0 for the Pirates. White Sox strike first this game. Rivera doubles in Ferguson, and Amato singles in Rivera. 2-0 for the team in both games. And yeah, Lundqvist is done. What the hell? 1.2 innings pitched, and Lyle Lundqvist is done for the day. No injury. Oh, I guess you can't see it, but no injury or anything. What the fuck is happening, man? Oh no, Mitch. Oh no. AJ with the boneheaded play that we've all done before. And so now it's a bullpen day. Starting Otano to fix the bullpen arms, then accidentally switching up. Ooh. Carthy with a solo bolo makes it 3-0. Parker Tanner singles in Javen Hall. Looks like Baskins is in the game for Pittsburgh. Really a quick hook on all their guys, and it might have cost them here. Merv Ledlow was pitching pretty good, and Baskin Robbins comes into the game and fattens up the score for San Francisco, as Tanner, Myers Jr., and Ugarte all single across runs. And Seattle also ties the game up. Scott Gallion doubles in Ellis, and Brady Graham him in. Add the game at 2. Well, speaking of Baskin Robbins, he is now out of this game with an injury. Gave up 4 runs and said, it's because of my injury, coach. See what the survey says. This guy has 35 control, by the way, according to OSA. And he's got a finger blister. He'll be fine. So it's Robichaux. Gerard Robichaux. Or Jared, but I'm going to say Gerard because it sounds cooler. Titus Pugh still in the game for the Giants. Now has a lead staked to his name. Does lead off the 6th here by walking Toby Wheeler, who moves to second on a hanky ground out, and Gunnar McCarthy singles him in, and bing bang boom. Game is tied up again. Ferguson breaks the tie. Looks like he might be heating up at the perfect time for Sox as he hits a solo bolo. Give the White Sox a 1-run lead. Obviously, both road teams here would love to split a series at home to open the RCS. 7th for both. Wow, they're like in perfect sync with each other. 2 outs. What the hell? Oh, there's the 3rd out for the San Francisco game. They were in perfect sync for a while there. Alright, when we get to the top of the 8th, we're going to slow her down. Biggs into the game for the White Sox. Alright, there's the top of the 8th for Pittsburgh and San Fran. We'll slow her down now. Oh god, a pass ball. Moose Jackson Seagrays. No! A pass ball. That's an error. Oh! And the game is tied, man. The dumbest shit happens to the White Sox again. Bruh. Can't keep a 2-out single. Steals second, but they can't get him across the plate. 4-4 and 3-3. Simon Lewis picks his team up in a big way with a solo shot in the top of the 8th. Can they hang on to this 1-run lead? Bottom of the 8th for both teams. Leadoff man aboard for San Fran, Gavin Bronze. Middle of the lineup, Teddy Lucas now at the dish. Guys who can change the game with one swing. Oh, he grounds into a double play instead. There's the Javen Hall double that would have cashed one in. And Akira picks his team up in the bottom of the 8th. And now we go to the top of the 9th, Pittsburgh trailing by 1, poised to lose both games. Max Baxter, of course, in the game. Oh my god, another lead that Chicago cannot hold on to. Another error! And another unearned run! 6-4, it might not make a difference as the 2-run homer by Bradley Graham put them ahead by 1, but you hate to see it. What is happening to our Chicago White Sox? We go to the top of the 9th. That unearned run going to... Well, it's 2 unearned runs right now. It should be a tie game. So really, both those runs of consequence. Olsen in to get the close for Seattle. An ugly, ugly effort by our White Sox. Not over until it's over, though. Down to their final out. AJ is about to add to the crime statistics in New York at this pace. As he's about to throw his laptop out the window and it'll fall on somebody's head. There it is, the finals. Both home teams have secured a 2-game lead in this RCS. Bradley Graham, Gunnar McCarthy, and R.J. Luther. So you flip it around and head to Pittsburgh and Chicago. See if the home team winning trend can continue. I miss when the new version of OTP comes out in a fresh install. The game is so fast. And it just slowly bogs down over the course of the seasons we play on it. I have been tracking the 26 updates, and it actually, ironically, seems like for the first year we decided not to move, that things actually released in a pretty stable thing, but we're still going to wait anyway. For now, there could be game-breaking bugs people find between now and July, so... Anyway, that's my tangent for the evening, I'm sure. Here we go, Game 3, Stan Davidson versus AJ Greenberg. Two of the whitest names you've ever heard in your life. Versus UN. I would love to know what UN stands for. I would love to know. What is that? Julian Schwela. Will he last more than an inning and a third today? 3-0 with that .98 ERA. Uncle Nick. Yeah, I kind of thought that you would be, maybe it's some, like, old-timey, like, Eustace, or I don't even know. No, that starts with an E or some shit, but maybe it's some, like, old-ass, old-timey name. Alright, here we go. Game 3's good luck. Maybe it's 2061 and he's sponsored by the UN, right? Maybe he gets paid every time they say his name. AJ's old-ass name? AJ has an old-ass name? Wait, is your first name Abraham? I hope so. That'd be sick. Bro, if my name was Abraham, I wouldn't fucking shorten that shit. Be awesome. Oh. Well then what does the AJ stand for? Anyway, back to the baseball. Toby Wheeler, Rap Sheet Darling, with a solo shot to get Pittsburgh up first. Oh. Wait, isn't it weird that we're calling you AJ this whole time when we could have been calling you Daniel? We don't call Dan Daniel. We could have called you Daniel and Dan Dan. Anyway, my point stands. If my first name was Abraham, I would use the shit out of that. Nobody would forget your name, that's for sure. Arthur? Yeah, that's an old-timey name, but I don't think it's like too out there. I guess you do think of like an old grandpa smoking a pipe when you think of Arthur. A cool name though. Same, bring back old-time names. I'm so tired of fucking seeing Riley spelt so many different ways. One of my kids' names is Riley and it's spelt normally, and the amount of kids I've seen fuck up their kids' spelling just to be unique is so cringe, man. How many Jaden, Braden, Cadens, and Stadens are on my kids' hockey teams over the years? Disgusting. Oh, I missed the pickoff. Sorry about that. I'm ranting here. Not a whole lot happening. Picked off at first, though. The White Sox just thinking of the bad news bears. The good news is Julian Schwela is healthy. He's got 4 walks, though. That's very un-Schwela-like. I hope you say it like that, too. I hope you don't say Svela. I hope you say Schwela. If you aren't f***ing when you're saying Schwela, you're doing it wrong. Been aboard here for San Francisco in the top of the 6th. Looks like one might have been from an error. Javenhall strikes out swinging. Pittsburgh got 1 run on the 1 hit in the 1 inning. I mean, the first inning. Toby Wheeler with a solo bowl that's holding up right now. And it's an absolute pitcher's duel between UN Crone and Mr. Schwela. There's runners on the corners for the White Sox. With nobody out, they've got to cash in here. They do. Simon Lewis singles in Gustafson. Williams singles to reload the bases, or to load the bases. Ah! There is a bases loaded walk, which will get UN out of the game. Bring in Torres. But KJ Tyndall has left the game with an injury for the Pirates. Not what you want to see. The reliever. Wait, that name sounds familiar. KJ Tyndall. I don't know why. I'm probably thinking of Stu Tyndall. AJ is sore shoulder, moderate throwing. Okay, that might as well be out for a week because you can't throw a guy with moderate throwing unless you're giga desperate, like Game 7 desperate. So we carry on. Can Chicago add more here? They can. Billy Plato. Looks like somebody got thrown out at home trying to score the extra run. Regardless, though, White Sox take a late 3-0 lead. To the top of the 8th in San Fran. I'm going to slow it down. I didn't eat a whole bit. I to be honest, you guys keep shrooming. I haven't done shrooms for like 2 years now. Shroom man. Now I'm hyped up. I'm high on... You smell that? I'm high on Skyline Baseball, Jason. Also, I ate a McDonald's. I ate a McDouble with extra pickles. And I'm sipping some McDonald's Coke, the best Coke in the world. I'm sure they put something in it. Maybe that's what it is. No shrooms for me. But I love the shroom emoji. It's very endearing to me. Ooh, an error allows Rafi Hernandez to reach base here in the bottom of the 8th. But a double play erases it, so we go to the top of the 9th. San Francisco trailing by 1. 2 errors, but of no consequence. That one run back in the first, Toby Wheeler's solo bolo, is the only thing holding up here. Javen Hall has had a few big hits in these playoffs. Stevenson. Javen Hall singles to lead things off. Tying run on the base pass for Akiera. That's a single to put runners on the corners with nobody out. A sac fly will tie the game. Parker Tanner. Dan and way better. Alright, that's your new name, AJ. Way better Dan. WBD, way better Dan. Meanwhile, while I was... Oh my god, Conrad Myers doubled in Akiera. San Fran to late lead. Stevenson blowing it. Where was the closer? Isn't Yemens the closer? Why'd they take so long to bring him in? Now Pittsburgh trails by 1. They're looking at a potential bonkening. Meanwhile, the White Sox... Seattle got on the board with Jake Ellis ground out scoring Bygert? Not know who that is. Bottom of the 8th, White Sox last chance. Bottom in the 9th. Runners on the corners with only 1 down. Brandon Hankey at the plate. He singles off Max Backs to tie the game. You're shitting me. Gustavo Ilis. Oh! Someone got thrown out of home. Gustavo Ilis, the backup catcher, singled. And there's now 2 outs and somebody got thrown out at home. How do I always scroll to the bottom? Brandon Hankey to second. Look at this guy. He runs like the wind. Brandon Hankey to third. Oh no, it was Toby Wheeler. Look at Toby Wheeler though. Who threw this man out? Center fielder Edward Akiera got his arm disrespected from center field. And the game said, throws out the game-winning run in the bottom of the 9th. Holy shit. It's not over yet, though. It's second and third with 2 down. Any slip-up, pass ball, wild pitch, any shenanigans could end the game. But no! It's extra innings time in Pittsburgh. Meanwhile, God damn it, the Mariners have the tying run at the plate in Tushoff. Gunnar Dahlman into the game to close things out. Gets Tushoff to fly out. Jackson Seagrave the final hope for the Mariners. No can do. We got a series. The White Sox take Game 3 at home. Dan with the middle finger. Wait, which Dan was that? Yeah. All right, nothing for Sanford in the top half of the second, so we go to the bottom. Can Pittsburgh get some magic off Max backs again? There's a 2-out single for Emilio McDonald, and he gets caught stealing at second. I'm totally okay with that. Trying to get in scoring position to win the game. Nothing wrong with that play. Worth a shot with 2 down. Oh, top of the 11th. We had a leadoff runner, but immediately erased by Akira, grounding into a double play. Getting it done with the arm, not with a bat. Nothing for San Fran. Pittsburgh with yet another chance to walk it off and make this a series. Franklin Schmidt into the game. Wow, 4-pitch walk to start with Jake McConnell. Not the way you want to do it. Woodruff grounds to a fielder's choice. That moves McConnell to second base for Toby Wheeler. He's 2 for 4 with a home run. He strikes out swinging. Brings up Hankey. They walk him intentionally to get to the backup catcher, Eilis. He singled last time. Could have scored the game-winning run, but the guy got thrown out of home. It was also Wheeler, who's sitting on second. Not this time. Wow. I thought they were going to do it again. Eilis singling and Wheeler heading for home would have been pretty epic again. But no. Ricky Ruiz, 1-out single for the Giants. Ugarte, of course, I praised him last game. He's now 0 for 5 today. Zepko goes down the swinging. Yemen's in his 4th inning of work here, by the way. Sterling Harris, 0 for 5 as well. He strikes out swinging, make it 0 for 6. And so, once again, Michael Taylor will lead things off here for the Pirates. And again, the first man up in the inning gets on the base pass, Mendoza. Do we see small ball? Do we see a double play? What do we see here? It's 2 strikes. He goes down swinging, and that brings up Rafi Fernandez. Sorry, not Fernandez. Grounds to a fielder's choice. Donald, last chance. That's striking out the side there for Schmidt. Yeoman's coming out for his 5th inning of work. Is this real? He has 50 stamina. No. The ancient one, Kevin Alessandroni. Leading off against Gavin Braun. Gavin Braun is 0 for 2. Does that mean he's walked like 4 times this game? That's crazy if he has. Quickly 2 outs for Alessandroni. Javen Hall 2 for 5 today. Quickly 2 strikes. And he grounds out a 1-2-3 inning. Once again, Pittsburgh with yet another chance to walk it off. They've had a leadoff man on in the last 2 or 3 innings? At least 2. Not this time. Jake McConnell lines out. Ben's Woodruff. He's been pretty quiet. He had a hot start to the postseason, but he's been pretty quiet. Maybe the rookie jitter's getting to him here. He grounds out. Toby Wheeler. Here's a man who can change the game and the series with 1 swing of the bat. No. Goes down swinging. All of a sudden, we have a pitcher's duel in extra innings. Well, eventually they're going to run out of bullpen arms, so something's got to give. Alessandroni out for his 2nd inning of work. I don't even think the Giants have had a hit for 4 innings. I don't think they've had a base runner since the top of the 9th. All right, there's a 2-out single for Conrad Myers Jr. But Ricky Ruiz strikes out, and once again, Pittsburgh with a chance to walk it off. Franklin Schmidt doing a formidable job here. Nope, he's done. It's George out of the bullpen. I don't know who this is, actually. Jason? We'll call him Jason George. Another guy on base to lead off the inning. Eilis grounds out. Taylor grounds out. They move the guy to second. They intentionally walk Mendoza to get to Rafi Hernandez, who's 0 for 5. Oh, what a mistake! Walking to get to Rafi Hernandez has cost the Giants Game 3, and the Pirates finally finally walk it off in the bottom of the 14th. Wow. Isn't, like, Rafi Hernandez is not a bad hitter. Let's see. They walked this guy. To get to this guy, like, I don't know. I guess it's kind of tit for tat or whatever, but still. Oh, I guess you guys couldn't see it, but they're kind of about the same hitters. A little bit weird. To put a guy... well, no, it was... I guess first base was open, so they wanted to put the force. I don't know. I don't know. Either way, we will have no bonks. We've got series in both sides. And here we go. Strap in. But don't strap on yet. We only strap on for Game 7s. Stan Davidson, AJ Greenberg, and Julian Schwela is your number 3, 1, 2, and 3 performance of the day. Svela's ERA, oh, he's not, oh, wait, he got the player of the game too? I guess that makes sense. His playoff ERA must be like 0.75 or some shit now. Pretty crazy. Yeah. We strap in and we strap on for Game 7. We're not there yet, baby. But we might be. Not, well, maybe tonight. I'm not going to rule anything out. Tom Spears versus Colin Gammons. And Ward the Killer Hakila. For the Mariners, facing off Hunter Ranowski. Who had a bit of a rough outing. Hakila had a bit of a rough outing as well, so... get right to it, potentially. Well, final game, potentially, of the evening. Fear not, we will be finishing this stuff tomorrow. M's will be good to go. Sweet. Yeah, I can always put up a quick file. We can take a 10-minute break, too, if anybody wants to go that route. Seems like the 3 other guys are here, and I have instructions from Matt, so... oh, a lead-off 3-run dinger for Jake Ellis. Pittsburgh's threading here in the bottom of the first, but a fielder's choice is probably going to nullify that. Runner picked off by the catcher. Alrighty then. Yep, I can throw up a foul. So who's the... Etten, if you're listening, are you good to go? If I put up a file, you get to, like, have a quick turnaround? Let's play some music for 10 minutes or something, and... sick! Alright, well, you heard it here, folks. We're going to finish the RCS tonight. We'll begin the SCS tomorrow and easily finish it. Have our regular one-day Shabos on Sunday. The world is healing. One-day Shabos is back. We're never doing a double again. The chaos that shit caused, Jesus Christ. Runners on the corners for the White Sox here in the bottom of the second. I'm sure they would love to answer that 3-run bomb. Ooh, Amato gets hit by the pitch to load the bags, but no can do. Right here, right now. I forget the rest of the lyrics, but you guys know what song I'm singing. At least some of you do anyway. The Boomers do. Two men on for the White Sox again with 2 down. Again, a hit by pitch loads the bases with 2 down. But again, the White Sox can't capitalize. Tough with 2 outs, but hilarious that a hit by pitch loads the bases for the 2nd inning in a row. No luck for them White Sox. Oh, and it goes the other way. Chase Tushoff, who is heating up for the M's, hits a 2-run jack. 5-0. Yeah, Jason knows what's up. That's right. I knew I could count on you, Jason. Yep. That's right. Great minds think alike, sir. Oh, excuse me. Rohan. Wow, that burp. I was thought it was going to be a bit bigger than that one. Whoa, here come the White Sox. Excuse me. Rohan Riley with a solo shot, and then Uriel Mitchum. We need to see more of the Mitchum, man. We need to see more of Uriel. We haven't seen him a whole lot. I don't know. The postseason has been kind of mid for Mr. Mitchum. Maybe hurting his MVP candidates. No, I'm just kidding. He shouldn't. Vote Mitchum MVP, guys. But we've got second and third for the M's with 2 down and no 2-0 damage. Falataiko will strike out. We're to the top of the 7th already here. It's a complete pitcher's duel in Pittsburgh. 5 hits for the Giants, 3 for the Pirates. We got something a little cooking here in the 7th. No can do. Really? Man, I am blind. Yeah, if he has 7 homers, I need to shut my mouth. No way he has 7 home runs. Damn, son, I need to pay more attention. Speaking of home runs, the White Sox ding-dong-dang their way back to a tie game. A solo, a 2-run, and now a 2-run jack from Oren Amato has tied the game. Giants get on the board in the 7th with Teddy Lucas single, but Pittsburgh answers right back in the bottom of the 7th. A double scores 2, and then Hernandez singles in 1 more. It's 3-1. Bases jacked for the White Sox here in the bottom of the 6th, only 1 away. Here is their chance to bust it open, and they do! Williams singles in. That's 7 unanswered runs for the White Sox now. They may not even be done yet. Looks like they are now. Oh, we got to slow it down. Holy shit. Forgot about that. Bottom of the 8th, Pittsburgh's chance to add some insurance here. Yeah. I don't know what my problem is, man. Brandon Hankey with a 2-run jack probably puts this one in the books. That makes it 5-1, the old salami spread here. Seattle with the leadoff man aboard. That's a leadoff walk. Last thing you want to do. This team will small ball you to death. DJ Lerman grounds up, but the runner moves up to second. Jake Ellis, he'll tie the game on a double. Now he sits at second, the tying run. Pittsburgh may not even be done here in the bottom of the 8th. First and second, only 1 down. Nothing more for the Mariners in the 7th, but they claw it back to a 1-run deficit. Top of the 9th, 3 outs before we have ourselves a best of 3 in Pittsburgh. A little bit more than 3 outs for that to happen in Chicago here, but as it stands right now, if things end the way they are, we're going to have 2-2 series. Oh, wow. The White Sox had first and second with 1 down, but Uriel Mitchum grounds into a double play. What a scrub. It's a final in Pittsburgh. 5-1. Top of the 8th. Biggs in the game. Falataiko lines out for out number 1. The catcher, Brady Graham, he grounds out. Pinch hitter, Steve Silver, into the game. He's got some pop. Goes down swinging. Bottom of the 8th. Last chance for the White Sox to add insurance. 12 hits. Bases loaded so many times. I'm sure they feel like they're missing out on some runs. Yeah, there. AJ just said it in the chat. I didn't even see it. So many left on base this game. Yeah, we can take a look afterwards. I like this one. I mean, I like them all, but I like this one a lot. There is a Ronald Williams double with 1 away for Turd Ferguson at the plate. I'm sure the White Sox are dying for some insurance runs here against these feisty Mariners. No can do. We go to the top of the 9th. Who is coming in to close the game? It should be Aiden Cook, right? It sure as fuck shouldn't be Biggs. There it is. Aiden Cook gets Tushoff to line out for out number 1. Jackson Seagraves, he's 0 for 3 today. Strikes out looking, final out. DJ Lerman. And we have got some series on our hands. Both home teams win game 3 and 4. No home team has lost yet. Tom Spears, Jake Ellis, Chase Tushoff, We're going to get to game 5, and I'm going to put up a file. We'll take a 10 or 15 minute music break while these boys work out what they need to do and what magical strings they need to pull. Yankees have a player DFA. Player refuses to be demoted. Goodbye, Mike Peck. It was nice knowing you. I truly don't think that Jakob gives one shit. Mike Peck time in the Yankee system is over. All right. File going to go up. I'll put up the thingamajiggy, and we'll see you guys in like 10 to 15. Enjoy the tunes while we wait. Obviously, you guys ping me when you export, obviously, so we can get her back. Anyway, see you in a bit. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, things are imported. We are getting ready to go for game 5, 6, and 7 of the RCS. There we go. Alright, Sancho Ortega. Oh, let me turn down the music. Sancho Ortega versus Mark Weiss. Weiss is 3-0 with a sub-1 ERA. Ortega 3-1 with a 1.53 ERA. I think these guys had a good pitcher's duel last time out. Excuse me. Roland Otano out for game number 5 again against Ian Robertson. Yes, you heard me right. Roland Otano about to pitch his second game of the RCS. And the White Sox strike early. I'm sure they're hoping the bats will carry them through an Otano start. You never know, he might have a randomly good start. Meanwhile, Pittsburgh strikes early as well. Gunnar McCarthy singles. They were threatening more. Able to get out of the jam are the Giants. Ronald Williams with that 2-run shot. He's had a pretty good postseason, too. I'm not going to slander him. I've seen his name a lot. I guess I'm just oblivious to Uriel Mitchum's name. I called him out for being bad and he's not. Ethan Redding with a 2-run jack makes it 3-0 for the Pirates. Remember, every home team has won every game so far. The Pirates or the White Sox want to make the SCS. Something's got to give. If AJ wants to defend his title, something's got to give. If the upstart Pirates want to make the SCS in their first real go-round with a real lineup, something's got to give. Parker Tanner hits a 2-run jack to put San Francisco back within 1. An error apiece already in that Giants-Pirates game, by the way. I miss Seattle getting in the board with Bradley Graham, their catcher, singling in Tucker. And DJ Lerman with a solo bolo. There's your DCS MVP. Bases jacked and stacked for San Fran, but with 2 away, they can't get the job done. Yankee leads off and steals second to lead off the top of the 4th. Makota ground out, moves him over to third. Some small ball. Redding strikes out swinging. That'll eliminate the sack. Now it's up to Michael Taylor. Oh, never mind. A wild pitch will score a run. Feels bad, man. Seattle takes a big lead here, 4-2, and they have second and third with only 1 down, but they can't get any more. Meanwhile, Pittsburgh does get more. Toby Wheeler, he's had a heck of a postseason. Oh, man, it's 8-2. Pittsburgh exploding here in the 4th inning for what, 5 runs? Wow. I hate that I'm gonna say this. I loathe myself for saying this, but this Pittsburgh team reminds me of the 2030 Pittsburgh Pirates, where they could just they had a deadly ass lineup anchored by Mr. Lunsford, and they could just beat you up in no time. I hate that I said that, by the way. I know I said that like 5 times, but whatever. Gavin Braun singles in Reese and Harris after a Sterling Harris double. It ain't over yet, baby. It ain't over until the fat man stops talking. 8-5 as the Giants claw back 3. Wait a minute! What in the high fuck? Okay, 1, Maxwell Baxter has left the game with an injury. 2, why the fuck is Maxwell Baxter pitching in the 3rd so early in the fucking game? Also 3, I forgot to make the changes for Matt. But they weren't changes that would affect Game 5, so... I'll have to make those changes after this game. Okay, but why is Max Baxter in the game so early, and now he's hurt. This is awful timing. Max backs. Not like this, man. Not like this. Okay, a pulled abdominal muscle. It's minimal, so he can probably pitch. But what the fuck? Comes in early and gets hurt. So awkward. Ah, okay, yeah. I was just one crop behind. My bad. That's right, yeah. Well, that's who they remind me of. The Lunsford anchored Pirates, who were surrounded by a lot of good hitters who could just slap you around and call you Susan at any moment's notice. Put up a big 5 spot on you. Or a 4 spot. Or a G spot, if that's your thing. Meanwhile, the Giants have clawed all the way back to within 2 here. Conrad Myers singles in Akiera. Anderson Falataiko doubling in. Gallian and Tushoff doubles in. Falataiko and Graham. It's 7-2. Wheels falling off here for the White Sox late. Oh my god, that one's in the 8th already? Holy shit, I gotta slow this down. I guess it doesn't matter. This one's kind of a blowout here. I'm sorry, Jason. Was Lunsford really 2046? I thought he was a lot older than that. And the Pirates have come all the way back to nowhere because it's the Giants who've come all the way back from 8-2 to tie the game up at 8 in the Javen Hall 2-run shot. Oh, man. Boy, these Giants sure have some gusto in them this year. They usually flop over like a pancake during the playoffs, but this team, they seem to have it. Whatever it is, they got it this year. Top of the 9th, and it's a final. Bing bang boom, 8-2. So again, home team won every game in that series, and the White Sox are now facing elimination and unable to defend their championship title if they should lose one of the next 2 games. And if the Mariners win one of the next 2, they're going to be in the SCS for the first time in a long time, I think. Well, the game's still tied at 8 in the 8th in San Fran. So we could continue the trend of home teams winning. There is a leadoff single for Ivan Ugarte in the bottom of the 8th. Excuse me. There's a wild pitch to move him to second. You gotta be kidding me. Gavin Braun lines out for the second out. Teddy Lucas, he flies out. Nothing. We go to the top of the 9th. Jesus, excuse me. Benz Woodruff leads off with a single against Zane Coulter. Toby Wheeler had a heck of a he is having a heck of a postseason. Strikes out swinging here. Mendoza, the DH. Remember they walked Mendoza once to get to the next guy. Oh no, the lineup's a little different. Here's Gunnar McCarthy. They go to the lefty out of the bullpen, George. Try to get the righty, Gunnar McCarthy. Nice play, 5-head. It worked! And so the Giants have a chance to continue the trend and walk it off here in the bottom of the 9th. Facing Baskin Robbins. He gave up the GOAT his last time out. So far he's had 1 clean inning. But Javen Hall, he is clutch AF. And he leads off with a double! Akiera comes to the plate with the winning run sitting at second. He lines out. Parker Tanner, he's had some big hits for the Giants this postseason as well. Got a home run today, too. He strikes out looking. Conrad Myers Jr., the shortstop. Walks. That brings up the catcher, Ricky Ruiz. They go to Ramey, I think Edward. Edwin, excuse me, Ramey out of the bullpen. And he strikes out Ricky Ruiz. Extra innings in a gigantic pivotal Game 5. Brandon Hankey leading off in the top of the 10th. Quickly 2 outs though. And 1, 2, 3 inning for George. We get to the bottom of the 10th. Ramey continues. Ivan Ugarte is scheduled to lead off here. Don't see him getting pinch hit for. A leadoff single. So again, Giants get the leadoff man aboard. Can they do anything this time? Harris lines out. Gavin Braun. Singles. Again, the winning run sits at second base. Teddy Lucas pops out. Javen Hall. He let off double last inning. Again, got balls to steal this guy. Strikes out. Looking. Are you kidding? So to the 11th we go. Who is this guy's first name? It's not Judd, is it? Oh yeah, right, Jason. Jason George. Wow, another 1, 2, 3 inning for Jason George. It's 8-8 on 8 hits for the Pirates, 15 for San Fran. Leading off the bottom of the 11th, Akira, the center fielder, had a huge play with the arm last game. Again, the leadoff guy aboard. Pittsburgh playing with fire 3 innings in a row. They haven't got burnt yet as a double play will erase the runner. Are you shitting me? Holy shitskis. Go to the 12th. Kobe Wheeler to lead off against Jason George. I think Wheeler's a righty, right? Is he a lefty? He's a lefty. Hey, he singles. This time Pittsburgh gets the leadoff man aboard. Can they do anything with it? It's Mendoza then McCarthy. Mendoza lines out. McCarthy 2 for 4 with 3 ribs. Toby Wheeler gets caught. Stealing at second, but it doesn't matter. Gunnar McCarthy with a solo bolo. That could have been a 2-run jack. Will it make a difference? We'll find out here in the bottom of the 12th. That's all they're going to get. That could have been a 2-run bomb if Wheeler didn't get thrown out. Will it make a shit of a difference? I don't know. Ricky Ruiz to lead things off. Ramey looking for the 3-inning dub. Gets Ricky Ruiz to ground out. Here's Ivan Ugarte. Oh my God! A solo jack to tie the game! And that fucking base running gaff by Toby Wheeler. Oh my God! And that literally costs them the game as Jack back-to-back Jacks wins the Pirate fucking hell, the Giants. Game 5, that is the gaff of the fucking year, man. You can't get thrown out at second with 1-0, bro. Oh, that one's gonna sting. And again, the home teams have won every single game. Gunnar McCarthy, Ian Robertson, who pitched 8 1/3, by the way. Hell of a performance. Gavin Braun, your players of the day. So, Pittsburgh and Chicago go home. Their lives on the line. I got to make this change for Matt. I'm not going to hide the screen because it's pretty simple. He just wants Pugh out of the lineup. Out of the rotation and into long relief, avoid high leverage, I think, right? Yeah, unassigned primary. Yeah, he just doesn't want him to pitch. Makes sense. Titus Pugh has been LePure. Oh, it's his turn in the order. So if we go 3-man rotation, should be Stan Davidson's turn to pitch. Davidson's tired though, but this is what he wanted. Trim my rotation down to a 3-man and send Pugh to the pen. Unassigned primary, avoid high leverage. Matt wants Stan Davidson pitching on short rest over Titus Pugh. I kinda can't blame him. So that changes this matchup. Stan Davidson on short rest against Merv Ledlow. RJ Luther and Lyle fucking Lundqvist is looking to save the Chicago White Sox season and repeat effort. Woo. I'm going to save it one more time just to be safe. Those two guys weren't even from the same generation, bro. I forgot about Idarat. Go look at the 2046 Pirates, man. They were good. Alright, kids. Game 6. A road team's gotta win or it's over. A road team has got to take the bacon, or we're going to have a San Francisco-Seattle Battle of the Old Northwest SCS Final. You'll love to see it. Can't count our chickens before they hatch because the eggs are too goddamn expensive. Let's see what happens here in Game 6. Ooh, an inning double play from Ronald Williams. Grounding out, ending the little rally here. San Francisco with two guys aboard on the top of the second. Bases loaded, nobody out. Ledlow in trouble. Gets Conrad Myers Jr. to strike out looking. This is a huge spot. This is your season. Can't be going down big early. That's what she said. And Ugarte cashes in too with a single, and Pittsburgh is officially in the danger zone. Holy fuck, a Tommy Anderson reference since 2061? I seen everything, boy. Now I seen everything. Ortomato singles in Ferguson to get White Sox on the board. Pittsburgh answering back with bases loaded, nobody out in their end. And Capote doubles in too, nobody's out still. Will Leach into the game. Oh! Stan Davidson only pitched one inning. He was at 70%. Did he even pitch? I made the change. Well, regardless, wild pitch and Michael Taylor grounding out adds two more. It's 4-3. Pirates take the lead, but San Francisco answers back immediately with Braun Solobolo to get back within one. Bruh. Caleb Phillips. Look, I was never a Caleb Phillips lover. I cringed the day that guy got $20 million. Just saying. I think he was highly overrated. Giants threatening again here. Second and third. Hit by pitch. Loads the bases. Again, a no outs. Bases loaded situation. Pirates really playing with fire, but an inning-ending double play. You're fucking kidding me. Stan Davidson didn't even start. I set Stan Davidson to start, but Will Leach started the game instead. Wow, bro. I'm going to feel terrible if fucking... Well, that's not cool. I don't think so. Well, if it goes to 7, I'm going to make sure Stan Davidson pitches. That's not really cool. Oh, maybe I shouldn't, though. That's kind of unfair. I don't know. I don't know what to do, fuck. Maybe they'll just win this game and I won't have to make that choice. They do tie the game up on a Conrad Myers Jr. singles. Chicago adds 2 more. Excuse me, 2 more. Where Morgan singles in Amato and Ronald Williams singles in Morgan. 3-0. I don't think so. Well, I did it on the commish thing, so I couldn't see if he had a bench thing. That might be a good call. Here comes the Mariners. 6th innings. Diego Gonzalez singles in Gallion and Falatico. But Lundqvist has done a pretty bang-up job. 5 innings and 3... Only 1 earned run, by the way. What? He got taken out? He must have gotten taken out. White Sox add another, though. Miguel Rivera to make the lead, doubling up the lead here, 4-2. Benigno Capote hits a two-run jack. Pittsburgh takes the lead. Top of the 7th in both games. Synced right up. We'll slow it down here right away. Javen Hall with his 4th hit of the game to lead off the 7th. But they can't score him. Giants have out-hit the Pirates, but Pirates have 6 runs on 7 hits. Yeah, I do hate Matt. It's true. Bottom of the 7th. We'll slow it down when we get to the 8th inning here. All right, we're in the 8th. Slow her down. Ronald Williams with a double makes it 5-2. He had a heck of a game here. 2 for 3, 2 for 3 with a double and 2 ribbies. He's had a nice series. Actually, a nice playoffs overall. And there's Turd Ferguson making it a 4-run game. And both home teams are winning again. Oh no! Brandon Hankey left the game with an injury. Oh no. Survey says he's got a mild hamstring strain. He'll be all right. Yeah, I don't think I can do Matt dirty like that. I think I have to make sure Davidson's pitching Game 7. He had to do stuff quickly because he had to go to bed. He's probably fucking gonna be up in like 4 hours driving to some godforsaken place. His kid's got like a cheer thing or something like that, so I don't want to do him dirty. We'll see. There's still time. We're about to hit the 9th inning. Here we go. San Francisco trailing by 2. Kevin Alessandroni looking to pick up the 3-inning save, or I think he's in line for the dub, right? When did Chicago score these 6 runs? In the 6th. No, this would be a save, I believe. Let's see if he can lock it down and takes the Game 7. Leadoff man aboard for Harris. Nope, he's done. Wasserman into the game for Pittsburgh, trying to keep it the way it is and go to Game 7. Gets Gavin Braun to pop out. Teddy Lucas singles. The go-ahead run in Javen Hall, who's 4-4, comes to the plate, but he lines out. Akira, the last chance. Kevin Alessandroni picks up the dub and now has the 23rd most career wins with 205. Cool. Top of the 9th. White Sox poised to win, and the home team has won every fucking game so far. Again, something's got to give. If the Pirates or the White Sox want to make the SCS. Not over yet, but 7-2. 5 runs is a tall task here in the 9th inning. Especially now with 2 down. It is a final. Benigno Capote, Javen Hall, and Lyle fucking Lundqvist are your players of the day, believe it or not. And now, the Mariners have to beat Julian Schwela. Take the SCS. Couldn't ask for a better chance for the White Sox to turn the tides and win one on the road here. I have to fix Matt's line. I will feel real terrible. Bill Leach. Oh, he was set to the emergency pitcher. Can I? Yeah, I don't know. He doesn't have the bench thing on as far as I can tell. So I don't know what happened, but I'm gonna set it to Davidson. It's the only fair thing to do. Sorry, Etten. But to be the man, you gotta beat the man. Check the daily lineups. Oh, doesn't have daily lineups on. Here we go, kids. 2 Game 7s in the RCS. What more could you ask for? AJ Greenberg will be looking to send the Pirates the SCS Stan Davidson for the Giants. And on the other side of the ball, Mr. United Nations himself. I have to fix this picture. I'm sorry, guys. I can't keep looking at hovering the guy and seeing the wrong fucking picture. There we go. Mr. United Nations himself, Mr. UN Crone, will face off against the best pitcher in our league right now. I hope A. Ryan heard that, and I hope he fucking rolled over in his bed. Or whatever he's doing right now. But 3-0 in the postseason with a .77 ERA. Who the hell else would you want out there? This is it. For all the motherfucking marbles. There he is! Got him. Got him. That is a well-deserved middle finger, sir. I will allow it. Here we go. Now you can strap in, and now you can strap on, baby, because it's Game 7. And Brandon Hankey had an injury last game, came back and said, I need to make up for it. A 2-run jack. Again, for the 19th time, the home team has won every single game in both series. That is unprecedented, and I bet we have never had that happen. What the fuck? Man, my fucking paper straw is fucking sealed closed. God damn it. Dumb. Well, the Pirates are looking to change that tune right away. Maybe I shouldn't have put Stan Davidson in. What the hell? He's gone! 1 inning at full rest. I take no blame for this. Wow, 4 quick runs, and it's a bullpen day for Game 7 for the Giants. The last thing you want to do, man. Holy moly. Well, they get on the board, Parker Tanner. They've come from behind before. And of course, nobody is surprised to see an absolute pitching clinic in Seattle. But as soon as I start saying the sentence, Simon Lewis hits a solo bolo that breaks up the no-no that UN Crone had going and puts the White Sox on top. Ivan Ugardi with a solo shot. San Francisco within 2. Is 1 run enough for Shvela? Okay, it's not gonna be. Jake Ellis with a 2-run jack, and Seattle takes the lead. They have runners on the corners. No more. Here come the Giants. Slowly but surely, Teddy Lucas with a solo bolo. They're now within 1. Shut up, Jason. I already feel bad enough, bro. I mean, Davidson sucked on full rest. Imagine he would have gotten even more lit up on only 70% stamina, so that's my justification. The tying runs on the base pass for the Giants. Baskin Robbins into the game for Pittsburgh. He's been kind of hit or miss. There's a wild pitch, but a fly out. Remains a 1-run lead for the Pirates. The lead flips again! The philosopher sends one into the seats, a 2-run jack, and Chicago has a 1-run lead. I ask you again, is 1 run enough for Mr. Shvela? We won't know because he's out of the game. We got to slow it down. Teddy Lucas with a solo shot. San Fran has hit 3 solo bolos in a row to get back within 1 after Pittsburgh scored 1 last inning on a McCarthy double. 1-run games in Game 7 of the RCS. What more could you ask for? Top of the 7th in both games. Starters out. No! I put Titus Pugh on fucking... You guys watch me do it. No roll, avoid high leverage. You watched me do it. Why is he pitching, bro? I fucking hate this game. Seriously, man. What in the absolute ever-living fuck is going on? Why did they do that? And he has like an 8-man bullpen. There's no way other guys aren't rested. Anyway, bottom of the 7th, road teams up by 1 run. There's a 1-out walk for the Mariners. Alataiko. Think he can run. Better dominant of the game gets 2 flyouts. Top of the 8th, 6 outs remaining before both road teams flip the script and finally win a game. Both leading by 1. 3 of the 4 teams have 7 hits. Mariners the only one with 6 hits. No errors for either of these 4 teams. Any of these 4 teams. Leadoff walk for Simon Lewis in the top of the 8th. Brandon Hankey with a solo bolo in the top of the 8th. Gives it a 2-run spread now for the Pirates. Runner moves to second for the White Sox. Clifford into the game for Seattle. Bottom of the 8th, Giants trailing by 2. Tyndall continues to pitch for the Pirates. Nothing for the White Sox in the 8th. Gunnar Dahlman remains on the mound for the White Sox. Titus Pugh, please, dude. He's actually pitched really good. He shouldn't be in there, but he's pitched really good. Leadoff man aboard for the White Sox. No, for the Mariners. It's Chase Tushoff. Here comes the closer in the bottom of the 8th. Aiden Cook. Michael Taylor with a solo shot in the top of the 9th. It's a 3-run lead. The Pirates are poised to make the SCS. Seagraves strikes out swinging. DJ Lerman gets hit by a pitch. That brings up Jake Ellis. He's had a home run. His 2-run homer flipped the script back in the 4th, I think. It did. He strikes out swinging. The DH Tucker with 2 on, 2 outs. Grounds out! Top of the 9th, last chance for the White Sox to add insurance. Pittsburgh did add 1. No, they added 2. They added 1 on the top of the 8th and the top of the 9th. 2 solo bolos. Pirates up by 3. Looking to shake the core and foundation of Sky as they bring up their dudes. And in basically the first half year of their rebuild are poised to go to the SCS. But it ain't over yet. Stevenson looking to send them there. Who the fuck is this? Jackson Stevenson. All doubles, but they're down to their final out. It's over! The Pittsburgh Pirates will go to the SCS! And the White Sox add insurance at the top of the 9th. Warren Morgan and Uriel Mitchum make it a 4-run lead. They waited all the way to Game 7, but the road teams finally flip the script. And does AJ hold up this 4-run lead and get a chance to defend his title? Seattle now trailing by 4. Aiden Cook looking for the 2-inning save. Scott Gallion first to the plate. He goes down. Falataiko goes down. Brady Graham is the last chance. Harold comes into the game because why not? Ladies, gentlemen, kids, nerds, losers, bras. We have our SCS finals. Julian Sfala goes 4-0. His ERA will actually go up, ironically, but still. Wowzers. What an absolute banger of RCS series. All timers, honestly. All fucking timers, in my opinion. The Mariners get so close yet again. Heck of a run for the M's, though. Brandon Hankey, Teddy Lucas, and Billy Plato, your players of the games. Let's get to the start of the SCS, and we'll look at the MVPs. Brandon Hankey, your RCS MVP. He also won the DCS MVP, so back-to-back series MVPs for Mr. Howdy Ho. Brandon Hankey, a nice-looking player. More than nice. Simon Lewis was the Wildcard Series MVP in 2059. 2061 RCS MVP. And so, eyes do not deceive you. The Pittsburgh Pirates have beaten the Blue Jays, the Marlins, and the Giants. Folks, that's all three division winners. Didn't this happen last year? Didn't this exact thing happen last year with the Diamondbacks? Did they not beat all the division winners? And then absolutely flopped like a wet dick in the SCS. I sure hope that doesn't happen again. But AJ gets his chance to defend his championship. There it is. That's all I got. We'll see you guys tomorrow. I kind of like the 1 p.m. start time. I get to sleep in if I want to. I wonder if anybody bet on Pittsburgh. I wonder if anybody made some serious money, or if Matt lost some serious money on the Pirates, man. Pretty crazy stuff. All right, yeah, earlier. Yeah, okay. I'll stay with the 1 p.m. start time. I'm down to do it all at once too, if people are around and stuff. But I'll see what Adden has to say. So, but yeah, Pirates, White Sox, bro. I know Jason is shedding a tear right now. His Pirates are back in the SCS, baby. That's it. I'll see you gentlemen tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern. That's 11 o'clock for me. Andrew, that's 1, 12, 10, 11 for you, buddy, if you're watching. And yeah, we'll see you later, alligators. Bye.